So fresh off of getting kicked off of his own podcast that bared his name, Patrick Bev is getting right back out there and trying to go viral once again by stating that Damian Lillard is not a Hall of Famer. But in this segment, we're going to get into it, which originally does sound crazy, but make no mistake about it, not only he is a Hall of Famer, but this conversation really brought back into the fold of why Damian Lillard made the All-NBA 75. Throughout his time with the Portland Trail Blazers, they were never a real serious championship contender. Even though Dame had some notable victories against a very early James Harden in Houston back in the 2014 playoffs with that buzzer beater, and I believe Dwight Howard was also on that squad. But that was a key notable playoff win. Same thing in 2019 against, I would say, kind of a fraudulent OKC team with Paul George and Russell Westbrook with Carmelo Anthony. They were also another team that were never really serious contenders to win a title. But every single time, Dame was put up to the test against a real championship contender, especially in that 2019 Western Conference Finals, going up against the Golden State Warriors without KD and a very thin bench. Not only did they lose the series, but they were easily swept. Another playoff battle that put into question of how serious was that Portland Trail Blazers team was when the Pelicans with Jrue Holiday and Anthony Davis easily swept them 4-0. And of course, we did not forget Jrue Holiday locking up Dame and dropping 40 points on him. So again, we're going to attack this in a multitude of layers. We're going to hear from Pat Bev and also some of the former players on their thoughts about that Portland Trail Blazers team. But to kick this off, this is a nice backdrop right here. As listen to Kevin Durant tell CJ straight to his face that the Portland Trail Blazers were never really in championship contention. There are levels to this. Portland has never really gone after a top-notch free agent. That is a franchise very similar to the Indiana Pacers. They believe in the whole building a contending team through the draft. You guys check it out, and every once in a while, I'll check in.
Nah, you know how I felt, bro. I was hot. I don't know if I was more mad than when you went to go. I think I was more mad.
Why are you mad about this stuff?
Bro, I'm in the league. What do you mean? Why am I mad about this? I'm in the Western Conference. I got to play you MFers all the time anyway, as it is, over and over again. We done got eliminated by y'all a few times in the first round. So I'm looking at Cuz.
You guys aren't going to win a championship.
Bro, we have the team. We have capabilities. Anything is possible. We can win a championship, bro.
I mean, let's be honest.
Bro, we can win a championship. Anything is possible.
I just need to look. I need more. I mean, I like y'all. I like y'all too. You're hard to stop. But, I mean, come on. You can't be upset about this.
I can be upset because Cuz was a free agent, which means he could have. This is why I was upset. He could have came to Portland.
Come on, CJ. Your franchise has never gone after top-notch free agents before you got there and even after you left.
His agent and Nurk have the same agents. So I'm thinking, okay, you ain't gonna come to us, whatever. Why you gotta go there, Cuz? And I text him. I was mad. I got on Twitter.
Yo, get out your feelings.
And I really text Cuz. I'm like, Cuz, what's up, bro? Like, why? Like, what?
Yo, you're the first person I see.
Why did this happen?
Who said something? I was crying on Twitter when you seen that.
No, people thought I was playing. I for real text Cuz. And we talked.
That was funny.
We hashed it out. I needed to know what was going on. I wanted to know why.
You want him to come to Portland?
Bro, I think that anything is possible, bro. I'm just saying, man. You're trying to get me in trouble. I'm happy with Nurk. Nurk's a great big man for us. Nurk's playing well.
I mean, you did just say on the airwaves, I mean, you might cut it out, but that you just said that he should have came to Portland. So you ain't want Nurk?
Of course I want Nurk.
Okay. But you rather
we could have had both of them.
Y'all not getting both.
Y'all only paid him $5 million. We had 12 to 15 million in cap.
No way it's happening. Y'all, it ain't gonna be no, it's got to have a nice yin and yang, bro. It's gonna be too much of one thing with y'all. So stop that.
So what do you suggest?
I suggest you just keep playing, man, and don't worry about what goes on at the top of things.
Now, this exact sentiment right here is exactly what Pat Bev really feels when talking about Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers, as we'll hear later on. But they were never really serious contenders. And keep in mind, Pat Bev being in the Houston Rockets, they did have a nice stretch where they not only finished at the top of the conference, but they were making consistent deep playoff runs. That's something that the Portland Trail Blazers never really were in the realm to even exist in.
We right there at the top of things. We was a third seed last year, bro. We was right there. We was just slightly below 1 and 2.
But how'd you play?
Some unfortunate situations happened in the first round.
How'd you play?
Some unfortunate circumstances.
Like an 8 seed.
We did not play.
Once again, this sentiment right here was felt by the true top contending teams for the title around that time period. The Blazers did look like an 8 seed, just the way the lowly Pelicans with Drew Holiday and Anthony Davis just completely dominated both CJ and Dame. As now we're going to hear from Pat Bev, and I'm going to shoot Dame some bail because he is a Hall of Famer. But once again, we got to look at the perspective Pat Bev is coming from, being one of the key defensive stoppers on a team that not only finishes at the top of the conference consistently, but they made deep playoff runs. There's definitely levels to this, but at the end of the day, Pat Bev is also in a tricky spot because he is starting up a brand new show and trying to go viral.
Wow. So the first question that we go start with, that I've been having a debate to ask, because I don't want to cause like a ton of controversy, but one of my teammates asked me this while we was on the bus, like, Pat Bev, is Dame Lillard Hall of Fame? Hell no. Like I love Dame. I love Dame. I promise you, I love Dame. There's no ill will, no beef with Dame at all. But like, Hall of Fame is like, first off, I feel like we it's too many people getting Hall of Fame. You feel me? Like, I feel like it's too many people getting Hall of Fame, right? Let me start off with that. Second off, like, Hall of Fame has to be like a combination of like, obviously, points, rebounds, assists. It has to be a combination of like wins. It has to be a combination of playoff appearances, and it has to be a combination of championships. And right, like, if we get, like, how we go say no to D Rose getting MVP and say yes to Dame Lillard? You know what I'm saying? So like you feel me? Like, if we get a chip, for sure, right? If we get a chip, for sure, but like scoring a lot of points on, like, you feel me, okay teams, you feel me? Like, I don't think that gets you into Hall of Fame. Like, Hall of Fame is like, I don't know. When I, as a person who would dream of being in Hall of Fame, right? To look at the players in the Hall of Fame, like, man, I wish I can be up there next to the logo, like Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, like James Harden, like Steph Curry. Like, you talking about people who've done it at a high level and like in the record books. You feel me?
So maybe subconsciously right here, there might be a disconnect because it is the Basketball Hall of Fame, not the NBA Hall of Fame. I'm sure Pat Bev knows that, but just subconsciously, a lot of people just correlate the Basketball Hall of Fame to NBA success. But in reality, it's just overall basketball greatness on a multitude of levels.
Like, I don't know. I just, you know, I know I said hell no, but I'm gonna just take the hell off and just say no. I don't think he's Hall of Fame. Not yet. I don't think he's Hall of Fame yet.
Based off his resume so far, Dame is definitely a Hall of Famer. The real examination with Dame is, how did he make the NBA 75 list when guys like Dwight Howard was left out of it? Remember, at the end of the day, every time he went mano-a-mano with a real top contending team, it was pretty much either a sweep or a gentleman's sweep. But former NBA players Theo Pinson, Charlie Villanova gave their thoughts to some of the back and forth between Pat Bev trying to go viral and just bringing up Damian Lillard's resume. You guys check it out, and every once in a while, I'll check in.
He's a 9-time All-Star. He has one first team, 4 second teams, 2 third teams.
I heard enough.
He's already in there.
That's my
9,
and he's top 75.
I hear what he's saying.
Got it.
He's
top 75. I hear what Pat Bev's saying, but I can't agree with it because the standard has already been made, right? Mm-hmm. No disrespect to fucking Tim Hardaway Sr., but he's a Hall of Famer. So, and he's a great fucking player, fucking phenomenal. But Dame Lillard, Tim Hardaway, Dame Lillard, to me, right? So it's a no-brainer Hall of Famer.
He's also averaged 25 points his entire career.
What are we talking about?
You asked me, he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, the stats you just said,
there ain't nothing to talk about.
Watching him play, playing against him, he's a Hall of Fame player.
There's nothing to talk about.
His accolades speak for themselves. Yes, he didn't have tremendous amount of team success because
but Hall of Fame is not team success.
I know that. But Pat Bev said it's a combination of those things.
Nah.
Team success, wins, whatever. Yeah, I mean, a product of him being in Portland so long, you know.
My man Darren Williams speaking facts, product of being in Portland so long. That's why everyone was wondering, hey, Dame, when you getting the fuck out of there? But eventually when he joined Giannis, Dame did not look too happy about it, even though he was with the top 3 player in the league and was really supposed to be on the cusp of just making the finals that season had they stayed healthy. That's when fans for the first time was about to see Damian Lillard really be in a position to compete at the highest level.
Yeah, I mean, a product of him being in Portland so long, you know.
He was a Hall of Famer off that game-winning shot he hit against us. A Hall of Famer shot.
That was a Hall of Famer shit.
Dang.
The shit he did, was it OKC
Ain't
too?
the one in Houston too, you right.
Yeah.
That was Houston.
No,
the one that he waved, that was you guys. Oh yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yep. The 2014 Houston Rockets and the 2019 Oklahoma City Thunder. 2 teams that were never in real contentions in those very seasons to win the championship. But hey, I'm not going to lie, that's one hell of a moment for Dame.
He waved at you guys.
Man, that was crazy.
That shit was crazy.
Sidestep to the right from damn near half court.
Over PG.
I also think it's super disrespectful because I think he has 20,000 points.
Man, listen, man, the man's a Hall of Famer.
20,000?
He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
Like,
Ain't he one of the best 3-point
Listen,
if Pat Bev is saying we need to redo how the Hall of Fame, is structured and
we can't redo it now.
But like CV said, it's already like there's guys in the Hall of Fame that has had a better career than.
1,000%.
So he's Hall of Fame.
23,000 points, by the way.
I had to call timeout real quick, 20-second timeout. The fact that the man didn't play this year and won the 3-point contest.
Yeah, but that don't got nothing to do with the Hall of Fame.
You got to give it to him.
No, he's a bad man.
Man's in the couch.
He's a bad man.
Chilling.
No,
Hasn't played one game.
No, seriously though. The man ain't played no game.
0 games.
And won
I'm not saying it's not
won the
impressive,
contest.
but it ain't got nothing to do with the Hall of Fame.
No, that has nothing to do with the Hall of Fame. But
Give
listen
it to
though.
him, bro.
Hey, it goes to show you how deadly Dame's 3-point shooting is. But once again, we really never seen Dame being in position, a true position, to compete at the highest level. Going back to what Kevin Durant stated earlier in the segment, there are levels, and he views CJ and Dame at the time, they were not in the realm to even speak about what the top contending teams were doing. And that's a position Dame, just staying in Portland too long, he was never really in. That first year in Milwaukee kind of gave fans for the first time a perspective of just seeing Dame being slotted into that position, standing next to Giannis. But these type of conversations are much needed. This is the beautiful thing about this new media landscape with the players like Pat Bev trying to go viral. It's not necessarily about what he said, as Dame is a Hall of Famer, but there are definitely many nuanced discussions that can come from things in between those lines.